you need. Last week we talked about those pesky moles that none of us like, that kind of disrupt our yard. Now we're going to talk about how we got rid of the moles, we got rid of some of the grubs. Now we want to make it greener. We want to take it from when that snow melts and there's all the sand from the road and it looks a little bit dirty. We want to get some more greenery. And Scott's has done a really good thing, and they've kind of, for people like me, I'll say it in as nicest way possible, made it simpler for people who don't know a lot of things about fertilizer. They have a 4-step program. Tell us a little bit about that, John.
Well, before we get into that, first thing you're going to need to do before you go to apply the fertilizers is to rake the yard up, get the thatch out of it. That's like dead grass from last year.
Okay.
Get it open so that fertilizer can have some effect.
So get it ready to receive the actual fertilizer.
Right, clean it up.
Okay.
Clean it up. Okay, the Scott's 4-step program, obviously make it difficult for us. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Step 1 to be put on right now. We can stretch it. It's generally from February to April. However, we can stretch that now out till May, just because we just now are starting to see the grass.
Okay. Now, not to cut you off real quick, but when I do look at fertilizers and we're starting to look at some stuff to do the yard, you see these numbers down here. The 20. The first one's always larger. Those are the NPK numbers, correct?
Right, right.
Just explain to people out there in kind of easy terms, what do those numbers mean and why should I care about those numbers?
NPK basically stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and phosphates, which the nitrogen gives you the greenness, which is your first number.
Okay.
The second number is for root growth, that's your phosphorus. Okay. And the third number, your phosphates, that's for disease control.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
The higher the first number, the quicker you're going to get greened up, because nitrogen is what causes the grass to green.
Okay.
If you have an established yard, you don't need the center number, and they're now coming out with phosphorus-free fertilizers with a 0 in the middle.
Okay.
This is good for use around the lakes or on an established yard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because you're not dumping extra chemicals into the
less chemicals, the better. So if you got the green grass, you can dump that.
Right, if you already have an established yard.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
The one caution that you have to be aware of, particularly with step 1, is that it does contain a crabgrass preventer.
Okay.
Okay. You want to put a crabgrass preventative on if you have that kind of a problem before the crabgrass starts coming up, which would be right now.
Okay.
If you happen to have any plans to overseed bare spots in your yard, you do not want to use a crabgrass preventer.
Ah, okay.
Because you cannot overseed that kind of an area for a period of 4 months.
Ah, okay.
So you wouldn't be able to overseed till fall.
Okay. Yeah. So you have to either deal with that, or is there another way to go?
You can go with a step 1 that we will have in this week, called a step 1 starter fertilizer.
Okay, good.
With crabgrass preventer in it.
Okay.
Which allows you to overseed at that point.
Perfect.
Okay. Other than that, you have to go with a fertilizer that has no crabgrass preventer in it.
Got it.
Okay. As you progress through the steps, step 2 takes care of your broadleaf weed control. Any product that has a broadleaf weed control, they want you to apply that when the ground is damp.
Okay.
Okay, so that the killer for those broadleaf weeds sticks to the leaves.
So after a good rain or after you spray your yard or something like that, you can go out there and put that in. Okay.
The other thing to keep in mind, if you're going to go to step 2, you have to be 30 days behind step 1.
Okay.
You go to step 3, 30 days behind step 2.
Okay, so
30 days between applications.
It says early spring, February and April, but if you don't start till May or maybe even late May, as long as you're in those 30-day intervals, you're okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You'll be fine.
Perfect. Step 3?
Step 3 is your insect control.
Okay.
From Scott's, anywhere from June through August for that. And step 4 is in the fall from August through November.
Okay.
If you get to November with no snow, you're doing well.
You'd be lucky or very happy to come buy some fertilizer in November if we need to up here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Basically, everything that is in the STEP program can also be bought individually, and both from the Ace brand and from the Scott's.
Yeah, and you talked about it. Maybe you don't have a kind of tore-up yard with a lot of problems. Maybe you're more established. You have some fertilizers here, basically everything that you need. everything that you need for any kind of lawn you guys have here down at Clarke's.
We do.
Okay.
We can help you out. Just come in and ask.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, John. Once again, some very good information in terms of getting our yard ready to show off to everybody. And we'll be coming at you again next week with some more helpful tips and information. Thanks a lot. Back to you.